Do you think that, oh wow, 15 minutes. We'll try and wrap it up and so we get you out of here and get Mr. West on here. Do you think that does an SCI clearance require you to divulge pending litigation?
My TSSCI that I currently possess involved a wide variety of not only SF-86 but also a polygraph confirming everything within it.
Did you disclose any information about the existence of this case in your top secret SCI?
Not to my knowledge.
Were you obligated to?
At the time I submitted my SF-86, not to my knowledge.
Were you required to update that information?
I've been updating my information.
To who is the security group that you would update it to for Secret Service?
My own agency has a clearance division. So as I move through the case, I forward documentation to them.
So they are aware of this case?
They are.
Are they aware that you have been alleged to have been placed under citizen's arrest?
They have received all documentation formally filed with the court.
Are you aware that the video evidence, the one DVD, was submitted on your behalf by your counsels to the court as part of what's called a 12B6 motion?
I was not aware of the motion.
Are you aware that the video was submitted to the court as evidence?
I believe it was, yes.
Do you believe that it was submitted because it was critical to the case?
I would believe that it was.
Do you believe that it was intended to exonerate you?
I have not seen the video, nor do I know what it pertains inside the video. I would assume that anything submitted would exonerate me, as I still hold that I permitted nothing happened on that day. Did you not having seen the video, but in the documents that were filed on your behalf representing you, did you claim the video to be critical evidence to this case? I would think it to be critical.
If one video were critical evidence, wouldn't other videos from other angles also be critical?
I don't know what the other cameras showed, nor would I know what other video might be available. Or
it's an opinion, and certainly, you know, we've already covered where cameras might or might not be located and all that. But if there were other videos, given that this one video is critical, wouldn't all videos, especially until they were reviewed, be critical? How can I clarify, counsel?
Speculation. That question, no matter how you phrase it, would be speculation.
Okay, let's try a different way here. Is it correct that you said before that video evidence is extremely beneficial to a case?
Is that a question or statement, sir?
Yes, that's a question. Did you state? I believe you stated before that video evidence, in general, is very beneficial as evidence in a case.
I would believe it to be beneficial, yes.
And in this case, we've already established with you that one video was critical, as you agreed, in this case, correct?
Yes.
So the question I'm trying to ascertain is if you deny that other videos, whether or not we know what they hold, but if other videos could equally be holding critical information.
I would disagree just because I don't know what those other videos might hold or not. They could be as insignificant as anything and show something that is irrelevant to the case.
In your opinion, would it be prudent for someone in a situation like yours to try to retain video evidence to prove your innocence or possibly guilt?
I wouldn't have any powers regardless. I would simply have to process the proper requests through my counsel for any video that I could get. Whatever I can't get, I can't get.
Did you ever make any attempts to retain any evidence in this case?
I believe that there was a process done through my attorney to receive any video of the incident.
Did you represent yourself as a law enforcement officer in your initial claim for immunity?
I don't recall.
Did you review the documents submitted by your attorney on your behalf at the initial 12B6 hearing?
I've reviewed all documentation provided to me.
Captain Landlord, I think he will understand better if you say motion to dismiss. You're saying 12B6. I don't think he.
I'm sorry.
realized
Thank you,
that's the
counsel.
same.
Thank you.
I think you're good.
I appreciate that. So, can you please read back my question and I'll substitute words
Did you
in?
review the documents submitted by your attorney on your behalf at the initial 12B6 hearing?
So let's replace 12B6 hearing with motion to dismiss as a better phraseology. And could you please answer the question?
Again, I've reviewed all legal documents that have been provided to me by my counsel.
And you agree with them?
I believe them to be true and accurate as they filed them.
Okay. On that previous table, I don't remember, it was page 26, but it was that table with the names of the witnesses that we were discussing. I think
Exhibit
you're
6.
familiar with it. Exhibit, yeah, exactly. It lists on the last row of the table the word custodian.
Do you know what page it's on, sir?
On top of my head, no, but I'm going to find it pretty quickly.
26.
There we go. 26. Thank you, counsel.
No, I'm sorry.
29.
That's on the spoliation one, right?
I believe so. It's on several.
So that's exhibit 5. No. What was the
Exhibit 1?
spoliation?
Well, it's in several.
No,
So
exhibit
we're-
1. That's
okay,
right.
there we go.
Sorry.
Okay,
26 though, I know that.
yeah. It's in several.
Nope. I don't think it was
No?
6.
It's
26.
also in the reply to the TSA motion on page 19, if you want there.
There, page 19, you said, correct?
Yes.
Okay, I see the tables.
Okay. So on the last row, custodian.
Yes.
And the subject matters are what, please? Can you read those, please?
In the table next to Custodian Transportation Security Administration under Subject Matters, first bullet, video footage from the closed circuit television concerning the March 10, 2016 incident, which is the subject matter of the instant civil action. Second bullet, policies and procedures relating to the recording and preservation of video footage. End of that.
So, who is the custodian?
To my knowledge, my attorneys filed this paperwork to the best, like I provided them with all the facts that I could give them, and they've filled in the rest. So this isn't something I could answer.
What efforts did you make to identify the custodian?
I don't know who the custodian is, sir.
I understand that. What efforts did you make to identify the custodian?
I conferred with my attorneys about all persons that I'm aware of related to the case.
Did you ask anyone else at TSA other than your attorneys or at MWA about video evidence?
I did not,
Can I ask why not?
because I was doing everything through my attorneys.
And your attorneys did not inform you of any obligation you had to make efforts?
I'm gonna
Sorry,
instruct them
withdrawn.
not to answer.
Oh, sorry, withdrawn. In your opinion, if you saw custodian, Transportation Security Administration, would you know how to track that person down?
I would go through the attorneys who had provided me with this documentation.
But those it says contact information unknown, not contact, as you see under your name, it says contact the undersigned counsel. Here it's contact information unknown, which means that your attorneys are not putting themselves out as contacts for this. So where do you believe, in your opinion, somebody would go to obtain that information?
I can only speculate. I don't know where they went for a lot of the information in here.
It seems kind of difficult to track something down, though, for a custodian. Custodian sounds like that's the janitor, doesn't it? Question?
I was a records custodian in the military. That didn't make me a cleanup person.
Good point. I tell you, I stand corrected. I really hadn't occurred to me. So thank you. No, that's a big difference. Do you agree, though, that you have made good faith efforts to retain all evidence for the efforts that you have done?
Yes.
Did you ever receive any information of the need to retain evidence prior to September 2016?
I'm sorry?
Did you ever receive any need to retain evidence prior to 2016?
I don't remember the date that I first received notification of this case being on the docket with the District Court of Alexandria. I would say that that date or after is when I made my first efforts.
Okay. There were records retention requests sent to TSA and MWA on 11 March 2016, the day after. Did you receive any notification from MWA or TSA about those requests?
I was not.
And you did not believe that it was in your personal responsibility to try to retain any evidence?
No.
Okay, I think I would like to stop the deposition at this point. Thank you for your time. And we can go off the record and no longer under oath.
Well,
Off the record.
Oh, sorry.
The proper procedure is whether or not I have any questions.
I'm so sorry, counsel. Do you have any questions?
No.
Thank you. I apologize. That would have been, how rude is that?
All right, we're going off record at 1:59.
Okay.